Well, this roaring rally continues, 2,500 plus on the Bank Nifty and counting. Just a reminder, in the next couple of minutes, we should hear from the Finance Minister as well, because that press conference will be underway anytime. It's supposed to start after 3 o'clock, so we're watching out for that. But let's keep the conversations going in the meantime, and we have Aditya Narayan now joining in to give us his take. Aditya, good afternoon. What a reaction in the market, a huge sigh of relief. But you know, beyond the relief, I want to start by first asking you what you made of the higher capex numbers and whether that's going to sort of fuel a more prolonged rally, particularly in the cyclicals.
Yeah, so I think in many senses, you know, the big thing about this budget is that it's not only about this year. I think what you've seen is really a change in the approach. You move from typically a more contractionary policy to a more expansionary policy. I think that's very, very material. I think the fact that they've laid out a fiscal path for the next 5 years, I think that is what effectively tells you that this thrust that you are seeing now will be sustained for an extended period of time. And to me, that is what is providing the biggest backdrop to this rally and to this budget, which is that it is a change in approach for the medium term, unlike budgets which are typically seen in a year's context. And I think that is what is material, that is what is probably well above expectations. And that is what can sustain this rally for a longer period of time. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, these things have gone up 8-10% today. They'll continue to go up over the next month or so. There will be a leveling off, leveling off, as it were. There will be a period of time, 3 to 6 months, where the market will wait for actual delivery or actual spend to start happening. But given that this budget generally is a more transparent budget than we've seen in many years, I think that faith should actually fundamentally start coming through.
Okay, Aditya, hi, good afternoon. So just to take Surabhi's point forward, it seems like the government has now moved from, survival mode to growth mode, right? I mean, that's what this budget tells us. It's made a very, very strong push for growth with a sharp increase in capex, especially in the infrastructure basket. As a stock market observer or stock market investor, how do you reposition your portfolio now? Do you put more money into the capex stocks, the L&Ts of the world? Do you look at more consumption? I mean, what would the reset look like for you, say, over the next 6 months?
So in many ways, I think we were, from our model portfolio perspective, we were reasonably well positioned. About a month back, we'd gone pretty aggressive on the financials and the industrials. So to some extent, that is something that we will continue to hold and I think continue to kind of diversify. I think the issue is going to be, you've been playing the frontliners, the largest and obvious beneficiaries. Do you start moving into the next level? Because if the macro theme does play out, then the real gains from an extended period of time will tend to filter down. So I think that's one element of it, that, sectorally we are positioned fine. When do we start making the move to actually move down or take on a little bit more risk and a little bit more growth in that space? I think as far as the consumption side goes, again, I think that's a space that, we've been a little neutral to negative on from a portfolio perspective. I think that will stay that way. What's really happened with India in the last 5 years is that it's been a very heavily domestic consumption story. I think that trend is going to fundamentally reverse. And now you're going to see more of an investment, and I would actually argue an international push, which is how we would, position our portfolio for a more sustained period of time.
Okay, Aditya, stay on. We have more questions for you. For now, let's address how to trade this market as well, because, there'll be a lot of people. Of course, today you would have traded on the long side, you would have made a lot of money. But the question that you will be asking yourself is whether you want to carry these positions, or do you want to square off the gains here? And if you missed out on a day like today, then what should be the strategy? Mitesh Thakkar is joining us for that. Mitesh, good afternoon. Phenomenal run, right, on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Has the trend turned once again? What's your call now?
Oh, yes, Anuj. I think, as I said, earlier we were looking at 13,770 being crossed sometime in the morning and looking at maximum bounce back of 14,150. I think that once we reach those levels, I think the Bank Nifty continued to show strength, and that's given a breakout. So I think 14,150 crossing suggests that the short-term declining trend has come to an end. And I think on the Nifty now, I would look at a target of around 14,450, possibly even a retest of earlier highs. So that's the two targets which I have in mind. The key here could be the Bank Nifty. In fact, that's the index which is making a fresh high. and sustaining about 32,500, 32,600 zones suggests that 34,500, 35,000 should be the next target area. Having said that, the calls which I have right now, 2 buy calls. First is a buy on Ramco Cement. Keep a stop at 824, look for targets of 860, and L&T is a BTST with a stop at 1435 for targets of 1475.
Hitesh, thanks for that. That's the market mood, right? Cement, infrastructure, capital goods, basically go all out on economy-facing stocks. That's what the market is doing. No IT, no pharma, don't want to go, risk off, just want to go and just want to back what the finance minister is saying. There's going to be a push on investment, there's going to be a push on infrastructure, there's going to be a push for manufacturing. Let's just go out and buy these stocks. Saurabh Mukherjee is joining us, the founder of Marcellus Investment Managers. Saurabh, good afternoon. The finance minister said budget like never before. The market seems to be saying, well, they got that. The Sensex is up 2,300 points. The Bank Nifty is up 2,500 points. I have not seen this kind of reaction in the past. But your thoughts?
So I think it is worth giving credit where it's due. I think she's been very brave. This is the first time I've seen the NBA gamble fiscally. They're clearly, loading up the deck and saying we will take some bold fiscal steps to revive the economy. 6.8% budget deficit for the year ahead suggests that there is real aggression in that. My hunch is the government has done some discussions with the rating agencies. I don't think there'll be harsh rating action on India, and clearly, therefore, the expansionist thrust of the budget is there for all to see. I think this is very reminiscent of Pranab Mukherjee, 2009 February, right? He post Lehman, he gambled hard, stepped up the expenditure. The difference is Pranab Mukherjee focused on RevX. This government is focused on capex, and hence the rally in infrastructure and so on. So good budget, lots to cheer about. One thing though, watch out for higher cost of money in the coming 6 months, and also watch out generally for higher inflation. And therefore, companies that don't have pricing power, I think will see margin compression, operating margin compression over the next 12 months. So whilst it is very positive for the stock market, and I think the rally continues, the 2 to 3 year economic recovery process that I've talked about continues, do be careful about investing in companies who don't have pricing power, because I think inflation will come through nice and steady over the next 6 months.
Okay, that's an important point. But right now, the market's chasing some of these infrastructure, capital goods stock like Gay Abandon, Saurabh. By the way, the finance minister is about to start the press conference, so let me squeeze in this question. But do you think that's a good strategy? All these cement, infra stocks surging right now.
So I think whether you invest in cement or infra or banking, look for companies who have proven themselves to be judicious long-term capital allocators. So in banking, beyond our long-standing favorites, HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, we have Axis Bank in some of our portfolios. We have AU Small Finance Bank in some of our portfolios. We're looking for companies who are well-run, because we realize that it is an exciting time. The economy is recovering. The government has taken a bold expansionist budget. But exactly when everybody else is jumping for joy and getting excited, we at Marcellus have learned that we need to be cautious at exactly that juncture.
Okay, I think we will hear from the finance minister in the next couple of minutes. But if I could press on the point a little further, Saurabh, because you're someone who, with your twin filters and looking for growth and, of course, parameters like ROCE, you've always gone for consumer companies. If this continues, could the market get into that zone? And look, we saw that with consumer earnings. Even decent numbers didn't see exaggerated stock price reactions. So could the market's focus sort of be shifting away from consumer to infrastructure now?
So already we've had some of that, right? We've had the metal companies rallying strongly over the last 9 months or so. Clearly on the back of today's budget, road construction companies are rallying. It doesn't last very long, because what happens is, as soon as you focus on top line, companies who generate very generous top line, let's take you buy a road builder which builds up a big order book. It's very difficult to generate free cash flows in road building. The government rightfully squeezes your return on capital, squeezes your free cash flow, and therefore investing in civil construction, real estate, beyond...
Okay, Saurabh, sorry to interrupt you there, but the finance minister has begun to speak, so let's cut across to her now.
All of us desire to give greater impetus